Yes, sir. Let's go, guys. It's your boy VC. Welcome to VC Crypto Nation. Now, guys, we've been sitting back here. I don't know if you've been following us on all our other platforms. Many times we've gone back and forth on TikTok. We've built TikTok accounts up to 300, 400,000 people and got banned because we were talking about the amazing XRP ledger, which is also something that, they don't enjoy, or just talking about crypto in general. Every platform has an issue, but what we're jumping back on, we're going to go into the rabbit hole. This is the year we're going to close out 2022 in a rabbit hole, and what we're really focusing on, guys, is the ability to educate you people to get yourself an understanding. I told you guys, if you go back to my videos, go back to everything I said 2 years ago. I said, you guys, people, this crypto is about one thing, right? Crypto is about peer-to-peer transactions, nothing more, nothing less. The entire purpose of crypto is to free people from the society of capitalism that has become a monopoly because of the SEC control, because of the elites controlling how things are made, and it has warped over. Like if you go back in the day when people could get IPOs in stocks, which is where you can buy them very, very cheap, you're angel investing, stocks released to the public, you make 40x, 100x your money, and then you dump on the retail investors, and they do this to keep retail investors poor. Now, crypto was designed to go peer-to-peer for one reason, to take your money out of the system of the banks and put it into a system of the civilian hedge fund. Now, this is what I've been talking about building for a long time, and I sat back and I kind of like said to myself, how do you teach a bunch of people to, financial education when they just don't want to listen, right? And unfortunately, until you lose everything once again, you don't wake up, right? And now it's this time. So let's go on a journey together. This is a community. This is Crypto Nation. It doesn't matter what coin you like. Doesn't matter if you're a Bitcoin fan, Ethereum fan, XRP fan, Doge fan, Shiba fan. You need to understand one thing, right? Regulation is coming. Regulation is needed. Regulation is needed because of people like this guy right here, this clown right here. Now, the other thing is regulation needs to be controlled and written correctly by the people that we appointed to our governmental positions. And this is where we need to step in and take control of that to make sure that they don't do with their agenda, which is to be bought by the elites again and make this where you have to be a X amount investor. You have to have, you got to be worth $1 million. You need a accredited investor. You can't buy an IPO in crypto, an ICO, because you're just a retail investor and you're too stupid to know. I mean, don't let them take away what crypto is, right? All coins don't matter. It comes down to blockchain technology, guys. And that's really what we have here. Blockchain technology is the freedom to the world. Now, what I want to get in here, we're going to go down the rabbit hole. We're going to ask some questions here, but we're about to dig in. We're about to get deep here. Welcome to VC Crypto Nation. Get ready to go down the rabbit hole. You guys are missing the entire point of what happened here. If you guys think Binance is trying to save you, I got some news for you, man. Now, guys, right now, you're seeing the bankrupt of crypto exchange FTX is under criminal investigation, which it should be. And what's happening here? This guy right here, go back through his data. First of all, guys, if you guys were believing in this, the fact that the media was writing this guy, the savior, guys, if you don't even have any financial history or know anything about finances, then you shouldn't be doing too much in, without knowledge, right? Knowledge is key, guys. You got to focus on this. This is 1907 all over again. This guy comes in, and they're labeling him the Chase Bank of 1907 coming together, saving all the other banks. And it's so funny because these reporters and these clickbait writers, they should be held accountable for their BS news reports. Anyways, half the time they're wrong. The reason why this guy was actually coming in and saving a lot of those cryptos exchanges is because what he was doing in his own exchange was exactly what they were doing. And if they went down, that would have caused his exchange to go down even earlier before he did what the plan was, guys. And what you guys don't understand is that the plan was to make him the largest crypto exchange that you can see, him and Coinbase, so that the connections that they have politically would allow them to then voice their opinion on regulation, which would be moving you over to the whatever regulation the people in power are trying to, enforce, which would be you losing the ability to get 10% gains on your crypto holdings, because that means that you don't use a bank anymore, because the bank is getting you for 0.06%, right? And they're using your money, loaning it out, building infrastructure, loans at 20%, 14%, while you get nothing for your money. See, crypto was designed to take you out of the bank, go peer to peer, and help each other build the world, because you don't need an institution to take your money to lend it to the next guy and then charge him so much money and then give you nothing for it, right? Crypto would be mean cutting interest rates in half, you making 700% more on your money, the other guy getting 700% discount on the money, and people working with each other to build a future of humanity. And that's what we need to focus on, guys. Now, this entire plan here, this FTX thing, was to make FTX a really big exchange so that they could have a voice in the crypto movement, right? I told you guys 2.5 years ago, don't trust any of the exchanges. If it's not your keys, it's not your crypto. I don't know. When I used to go live, people say, well, they're too big, you can't stop them. Okay. That type of thought, that type of response just means little-minded people, which is the majority of people out there, is why this will happen. You have to raise yourself above your cousin, your uncle, your stupid friend, and get to the point where you make your decisions for your money. Make the understanding that you need to dig in and make this happen. Regulation is coming. It needs to be here, and this guy is part of the issue. Now, the regulation they wanted to promote was them controlling crypto, them controlling what happens, them creating a new banking system in crypto, which would basically enslave you again. Now, what I want to get into, what you guys are missing, which is the funniest thing here, is as this goes down, what you really need to look at, like how did this go down, right? This is where I want to take a look at our man CZ. At the end of the day, we need to hold everyone accountable on what's happening, what's going on, like what's behind the scenes, right? And the crypto exchanges, here's the one thing I have to say. How are you going to be worth $100 billion, right? When the entire you're worth 10% of the entire crypto world, right? And you're an exchange. When the whole purpose of crypto is not to pay banks to do business, right? You're the epitome of why we wanted crypto, right? But you do come in and you're fighting the regulation, and people are like, yeah, Binance fighting everything. But at the end of the day, man, we need some answers. We need some answers to your madness, right? I mean, what's the real move here? And the real question I have, guys, is some of the things that happened. Like, for instance, before the crash of FTX, I mean, obviously we know what happened here. FTX went in, basically went behind your back and bidded on a contract that you wanted. And when that contract got swooped up to FTX, you basically came out and you were getting rid of, was it $300 million of the FTT token, right, in retaliation, right? Now, that right there caused the entire FTX exchange debacle, right? Because that created FUD. And in 1907, if you guys learned about financial situations, anytime that there's FUD or anything that's large, then that FUD then creates the entire collapse of an industry, of banks, of anything in power and money. And that's what's happening out here. It's the exact same thing being repeated, and it's being repeated the same way. Now, this guy over here, CZ, we just have some questions here, CZ. If you knew, which I know, which, we could look at, and, most people in crypto aren't stupid. That's why we're in crypto. If you were, it's a beautiful move to prop up an exchange with $300 million inside their exchange, meaning that at any time, if you wanted to put a hurting on an exchange or something like that, I mean, you could probably just remove the $300 million or say that you're getting rid of your coins, and the rest of the, network would probably panic sell as well, right? I mean, I don't know. I mean, it kind of like seems interesting. So is there a reason why What's the reason why Binance got rid of the $300 million worth of FTX? What's going on there? And then putting them under that pressure. Obviously, there's some tweets out there. FTX responded, with talking some stuff about you at that moment when that was all going down, and it just continues from there, guys. What the public needs is true transparency. Why are people making these moves? If you knew that these exchanges had no money and you pulled your money out of there, causing the crash, what's the real agenda here, guys? I mean, Binance is a business, guys. We have to always make sure we understand businesses are in businesses to make money, and his entire job is to get more users and to act like he doesn't know what's going on. I don't know if that's completely true. I think CZ is a very highly intelligent individual, and I think a lot of this was completely planned out. Now, do I think that CZ was looking at this? I mean, if you were a business person, hypothetically, if you wanted to take down your competitors, there's such thing is called corporate takeover, right? Where you buy more stock, take over control, and then you take over on the inside, right? The other thing is to buy a ton of stock and then sell it on them so that their stock prices completely crash. This is not new to the game of stocks. This is not new to financial. So at the end of the day, CZ, we like to know as the people. I mean, I don't trust any of these exchanges, and nobody should be charging as much fees as you guys are charging for people to do what they can do on simple swaps, worth $100 billion here. What is going on really, right? So guys, we should all be asking CZ, what was the entire point of taking that $300 million off their exchange? Allegedly, that's what happened. And what's the purpose of the entire thing here? Because we need to wake up, guys. We can't trust any guys in the exchanges. Exchanges, if they're worth 10% of the entire crypto network, there's something wrong there. Could you imagine if Walmart or any of the big, let's say Walmart was worth 10% of the entire market of sales, right? In America, we'd be like 10%. You're worth 10% of the entire market in retail. What if Walmart was worth 10% of the entire market of retail? We would be shaking our heads in disbelief because it would be crazy. Guys, get your head around this, guys. These guys are worth more than 10% of the entire crypto network, right? And that's just the beginning. We're going to be digging into Ethereum as well. But we need some answers here. CZ, if you can get back to us, with a nice response explaining what was the purpose of getting rid of that $300 million of FTT before the entire collapse, etc. That'd be great to find out, guys. We're going to be digging into this. We'd like some responses, guys. Remember, people, get your coins onto wallets. You can use ledgers, but get them off the exchanges. None of these exchanges are safe. All these exchanges can file bankruptcy and keep your coins. And remember, guys, it's going to get very dark before light comes. This is the beginning of 1907. FUD is very powerful. They know it. They use FUD as their power. They use crashing networks. They use corporate takeover techniques, guys. This is going to get very dirty. Pay attention to what you're doing, guys. It's time to learn. We will be going live. We're going to track this down. Got nothing but time here to actually get into this, but it's time that people understand blockchain technology was designed for people-to-people transactions where the people get rich, not the institutions, not these new crypto foundations, none of that. So other than that, guys, it's your boy VC. Get ready to go down the rabbit hole. You're about to find out a lot of things about crypto that you didn't know was going on behind the scenes, super farming, all the special stuff that's happening back there. These guys, they know what they're doing. They're exploiting this entire market, and that's what's happening. They don't want regulation because they make a lot of money by exploiting you, right? And that's just the way it is. We need a people's exchange where we can just swap coins from one another without the exchange robbing us for more than 0.001% or something. It doesn't, technology isn't that crazy that you can just say, hey, Bob, I'm going to give you 10 Doge for 20 Shiba. Perfect. Swap. That easy, guys. We just need an exchange that just changes it, guys. That's it. You don't need to pay your life savings away to Binance and all these other exchanges, guys. So, CZ, if you can answer that question, it'd be great. And say hello to Elon Musk when you give him a text. We appreciate you guys. We're all about the people. Forget about the 1%ers. Forget about the 5%ers up there. Yo, this is about the 99%ers, okay? We're going to stand up. Crypto is our freedom. One love, one crypto. Good luck. God bless, guys. We're going to get to the bottom of this. And after this 1907, it will be the people in charge, not the banks.